course. We've had lunch and breakfast together, and we've been watching these numbers. I refresh the screen every 15 seconds, which is driving my staff absolutely crazy. Megan is telling me to calm down about every 30 minutes, which is very helpful and kind. But we've had a really fun day, and it's been really enjoyable for me to see some of the posts that have come through social media and some of the action and activity that's been happening organically kind of out in cyberspace. We mentioned a couple of you that we've seen posts from today through various social media channels. And this is the first year we've really looked at doing that really organically and intentionally. So it's much more effective, I think, than the university just putting those messages out to have people doing it themselves. So we're really grateful to each of you who have taken the time to do some creative things. One of the really creative things that we saw today was Christy Howell, who has posted the top 10 reasons to give and love Mary Baldwin. And she's done it with her dog. And it's just been delightful. And it's run the gamut from friends to diversity to faculty. I mean, it's just been an absolute delight to watch those posts through the day. So thank you all for that. We have a very, very ambitious goal this year. Dr. Fox is a great fan of ambitious goals, for which we're grateful. And in this regard, we had one and have one today. So we have a goal of $400,000 in gifts and 400 donors. So we have both of those goals that we're trying to hit today. And again, I'm refreshing our screen every 15 seconds, but at our last pass, it looked like we were at about $275,000, which puts us at about 68% of goal. And we are at 308 donors, or at 77% of that goal. So as you know, we count gifts through the evening hours. And certainly some dribble in over the day tomorrow, which we will count as well. So we're really excited about that achievement. We had a really especially wonderful hour this morning in the President's Challenge Hour, which was really successful first thing in the morning. We had an all-time record of new gifts that came in that hour at a little over $19,000 from 47 donors in just 60 minutes. So that was terrific. We were able to unlock that $50,000 gift at noon with the support of over 230 donors in that time period. It's just wonderful. We have sent out to donors that have made gifts of $250 or more. We've been sending custom thank you messages that are personalized to those donors. Amy Davenport, who was not on the call tonight, is busy in her office slicing and dicing those videos, but we're getting some great feedback from people that are enjoying those messages that are coming out of the office today. We also have reunion class challenges that are going on. I know Claire Bell is not the least bit interested in that. But we are in good shape there, and we're pleased to report that the class of 76 right now has the most donors and the most dollars raised. So that's good news, and a lot of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears gone into that. So well done. We are also very grateful this year. We have expanded our volunteer ranks, as evidenced by faces on the screen. We've had over 50 volunteers working with us today, which is why we've seen the activity and the uptick, I think, in social media and some of our gifts. They've been making calls, they've been sending emails, they've been posting. It's just been a really great effort in that regard. So we've got a bit of a lift, friends, here between Squirrel, Jeopardy, and the midnight hour. So we would encourage any and each of you that have a little bit of oomph left in you here in the evening after supper to make a few last calls, send a few more messages, post a bit if you can, to encourage those that may still be on the fence to make a gift. And remember that it's, gifts of any size make a really big difference here, certainly on that donor count number. So if people feel intimidated by gift size, a gift of any size certainly helps us reach that goal. We'll steward those people, thank them thoroughly, and hopefully they will continue to give as we move forward in this fiscal year and next. So again, just a heartfelt thanks to each of you who have worked tirelessly today I would be remiss if I didn't give a special shout out and thank you to Megan McAllister, who was the real brains behind all of that which has happened today. Megan comes to work early and works really, really hard. And she's smart and she's creative and she loves this place. And it shows in the results that we're seeing today and really in everything she touches. So Megan, thank you so much for your hard work. We're so grateful. So that's a quick summation of what we've got today, what we've got left ahead of us as we move into the evening. And without further ado, it's a real delight to present Dr. Fox, a stranger to none of us, who's going to give us a quick update on the university and share some really good news about your alma mater. Dr. Fox?
Thank you so much, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I mean, I think a few of you have seen some of these photos before, but what this day is about, this day of giving, what you're participating in, is the amazing journey that we've always had at Mary Baldwin, that we particularly had this year, where we wanted to keep our dreams going forward for our students. We wanted to keep empowering them, and that's what this day is really all about. So thank you, all of you who have participated. Thanks to all of our faculty and staff who have meant that our students' dreams were able to go forward. And special thanks tonight for the leaders of our pandemic task force who have kept our students and faculty healthy throughout a courageous period of reopening our campus. Some of you know that a year ago now, when we made this decision, in 10 days, we sent our students home. We got ready to teach them. We continued with our recruiting, very creative things like sending out a visit in a box, which meant when we opened our year this year, that we had not declining enrollment, but that we had achieved record enrollment 5 months into a pandemic, so that we could start our 179th year with a stake in the ground that we were determined to open safely. For our students to return, Murphy-Deming was the first. They were able to adapt all of their in-person experiences and were able to kick off a year where we took time to celebrate amazing milestones, like the 35th anniversary of the program for the exceptionally gifted and the 25th anniversary of the Virginia Women's Institute that continues under now the courageous leadership of General Jurek. So we take this year to really salute the alumni and the current amazing women of VWIL and PEG. So we opened, as you know, in the fall. Everybody pitched in together. We were able to carry on many traditions through the fall. VWIL did its 9/11 ceremony. In responses to the time, we started a coalition for racial and social justice. They had many opportunities for dialogue, which were really necessary and important for our students. We found ways outside through local donors for the choir to rehearse and for our theater productions to go on. And in the fall, even though we couldn't have varsity athletics, our athletes practiced, and they found other ways to engage in service, particularly in response to the very difficult floods that we had downtown in Stanton in the fall. Hunt continued, even though you had to make a reservation and you had the alternative to be able to go to our new MBU campus cupboard and get some additional food if you needed it during that time. We continued our cherished traditions. We had Apple Day on a glorious fall day. We continued Founders Day, socially distanced, mask, safe, outside. We conducted our second annual Women's Leadership Symposium. But most important of all, for you thinking about your experiences of Mary Baldwin, these friendships, the honor, the sorrow, the laughter, all of that continued in the environment of making friends, of finding ways to have fellowship outdoors, whether on this campus or at Murphy-Deming, in the beautiful spaces around our campus, whether in pairs or finding solitude by yourself in the fall, in these beautiful pictures, taking time outdoors in front of the Christmas tree, even though we weren't able to have the public tree lighting ceremony. And then we came back for the second semester. And as you know, we've had some difficult fall weather, but our students have enjoyed it thoroughly. I love the joy and the beauty in these faces. And to think VWIL managed to do their PT outside, even in the midst of all of this really bad weather. And we did resume USA South varsity athletic competition. Our women's soccer team has been doing very well. We had the inaugural games for our men's basketball team over the past few weeks. The fierce women's basketball team came back very competitive for their games, which began in January. And we had our first baseball game down in Gypsy Hill Park. Ernest Jeffries threw out the first pitch, and they're doing very well so far. They weren't able to start last spring. So some of those things got back to normal. But in the meantime, the students at Murphy-Deming, particularly the PA students, have participated throughout the community in testing events, and they've been a key part recently in local vaccination communities. So they've been really out and about for the past few weeks. Our OT students have been finding ways to do particular community service, nutrition, particularly home health nutrition, and finding ways through the arts to assist with mental health. We're able to find ways to adapt for Black History Month and Martin Luther King Day in Miller Chapel here, and with reading sessions. We've found wonderful ways, I think, to celebrate Women's History Month. And this is one of my favorite slides and stories about what's happened recently. This is Chaplain Katie Lowe's Religion 272 class, which is on Eve. So here we're seeing that each student practiced writing Eve and their own name in the Hebrew alphabet. And this whole course tracks the cultural influences of the Garden of Eden on Western society. And I think it's just been a remarkable class. So those special experiences, those times with faculty have certainly continued. It will be spring soon, we hope. We think back to these beautiful pictures that are all indelled in our memory of the blossoms as they come out on campus. And as we spring and look forward, we've taken time over the course of this year to not only deal with the pandemic, to keep our community healthy and safe, but to look forward to what the post-pandemic Mary Baldwin will be through our strategic plan, MBU 2025. We've taken a pause to update our vision, reflecting on everything that's happened in the past year, so that we can be an innovative national model for transforming inclusive leaders, what our society needs now to create value and meaningful change. And to think of all the things we've had to do over the past year, elements that we've taken virtual that never were before. What of those things should carry forward? What will the virtual do to inform the personalized in-person approach of the post-pandemic Mary Baldwin University, of the trend in higher ed that's called the hybrid university? You know, as we think about these ways that can best meet our students, our digital natives, in-person and combined virtual experiences. And we've taken the time to really reflect on now the remarkable history in the first chapter of the Murphy-Deming College of Health Sciences. Our 3 founding programs have remarkable success. They're highly selective, national, 100% pass rates on their exams and job placements, and a remarkable return on that investment, and an amazing success in terms of enrollment there and revenue. So what we're doing is launching the next phase now of excellence in Murphy-Deming with the Doctor of Nursing practice within the School of Nursing. So we're going to launch 3 high demand tracks in family nurse practitioner, acute care, and certified nurse anesthetist. The family nurse and the acute care will begin already this fall. In fact, we've made 2 of the program directors hires this week. And we're garnering a lot of applications through what I think is a very compelling and Mary Baldwin-esque marketing campaign. I particularly like this adaptation of the seal for us with Mary Baldwin in the center, and conveying to our potential students that in nurses we trust. So all of this, I think, rather quickly shows why this day is so important, why we're so grateful to you for all your gifts, and how you can rest assured that our mission, even in the most unusual of times, has not been deterred, and we've evolved yet again. Last year, we had to have commencement virtually. but thanks to some relaxation by the governor, we are so excited. I got to go back, that we're going to be able to offer, even though we're going to do it probably 3 times, we're going to be able to offer an in-person commencement experience for our graduates. So thank you so much for all of this. And rest assured that what you know and value, the faculty and staff of Mary Baldwin, through your support, have continued through this extremely unusual time.
Thank you so much, Dr. Fox. We are always so grateful for the time that you share with us. And, you know, it is a very exciting time to also be a staff member here, and to see the resiliency that has sort of come out of our faculty and staff community to help make this happen too. So I thank you so much for sharing that with us tonight. I want to just give a moment for anyone, if you would like to unmute while we have Dr. Fox here. You're more than welcome to ask any questions about what you've seen tonight, or if you've got just a question about something happening here at the university. So please feel free to unmute, or you can pop a question in the chat room.
Dr. Fox would not be surprised that I would be one of the first people to speak. But I have to say, this is humbling for me. And in the best way possible, to see what our school, our university is becoming, what we are doing, the lives we are changing. And it makes me so proud, And I also wanted to say that Chuck Davis called someone close to me the other day, who immediately called me and said, whoa, is he the right person at the right time to be doing a difficult job? And she, and again, not always easy for her to be positive. She was most positive, and thanked Chuck, and I wanted you all to hear it from somebody who's heard it from somebody, that he is very, very special, and we are lucky to have him there leading that way. So Dr. Fox, God bless you, and Chuck, same for you. I appreciate it. It's just, it makes me humble to be a part of this. I love it. I just love it.
Thank you, Liz. Kudos, Chuck. Yay, Chuck.
Well, thank you. What a joy. And that means
Kudos,
a lot
Chuck.
to me. That means a lot to me. So enough said, but thank you very much, Liz.
Well, you know, I've been reaching out during the past week to many donors, and particularly in the last couple of days to my classmates of the class of 1982. And they are so thrilled what's going on with Mary Baldwin. And, you know, kudos to you, Dr. Fox, and thank you for you speaking tonight. And, you know, good things are happening at Mary Baldwin, and that's what everyone can see. And I'm really grateful for that, is particularly with my generation. And, you know, I will say one thing, what interesting thing. I spoke with a lady the other day who was on a list that I had to call. Julia Belton, she was a class of 1949, okay? So she is 93. Mama, who is sitting here, Mama, finishing up her veal Milanese and risotto. Right, Mom? Are you being nice? Yes, Mama's being nice. Okay, so Julia was at 93 years old. I left her a message, and it was a man's recording. And I thought, okay, I'll never get a call back. Do you know that literally within 10 minutes, she called back. She was so thankful and so grateful and so appreciative and understanding of the way that Mary Baldwin is evolving. So, right, kudos to that. And I just wanted to that was a great story to me, because I don't see that all the time. But, you know, someone in the generation who I'm sitting with right now, they get it. And I thought that was, anyway, I just wanted
Thank you for sharing that. That's wonderful.
She was such a sweet lady, sweet woman. Anyway, thank you, Dr. Fox, and everyone, Megan and Adrienne, and you know, right? We know. Okay, so thank you. All right, and Chuck. Duh. I text with Chuck every 5 minutes, so that's it.
Well, I'll add to that. I have been calling my classmates. It's our reunion.
Claire, you're on mute.
You're on mute. Sorry.
Sorry.
I think that was our bad. We got you again. You've been calling.
Okay. I've been calling my classmates because it's our reunion year also. And can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. And so it's been interesting. Some people have actually even answered the phone at a number that they didn't recognize, which I was shocked about. Some people have emailed me or called me back. But the most interesting thing is how many of my classmates that transferred called me back or spoke to me or emailed me, because even though they didn't stay here for 4 years, they still love Mary Baldwin. And so that makes you feel really good.
I'll just chime in, everybody, and add that a couple things. One is one of my former classmates that I talked to today had the funniest way of saying, she said, well, I will contribute $1,000, Lynn, if you can remember the class of '85 song. Remember I don't know if the classes still have all their songs, but
Oh my
I
God.
remembered most of it, but not quite all of it, but she's still donating anyway. But it was just so much fun going back and forth with her over that song.
You're not going to tell us we're the class of '85. You're not going to get
Yeah, it's pretty short when we arrive. Well, and the words to it
It's
are
awful.
yeah, they're not updated. We would never want to sing it today or make them up today the way that they were written back then. But anyway, it was fun. But I would just say, just based on what Dr. Fox presented, I'm really excited about the future as well, especially the health sciences programs that are coming out, as well as the hybrid instruction that you're talking about. And just, overall really pleased to hear and excited. I was wondering, Dr. Fox, you had mentioned mental health. Have we given thought to that social emotional learning part of students coming back to class and coming back to, to prepare to study, being able to really be able to get their minds in that place where they can be academically successful?
I do think we've paid special attention to that. I think one could not have paid enough attention given all the tensions that everybody was feeling. But I'm really proud of the counseling staff because they extended themselves almost 17 hours a day for 30-minute virtual mental health counseling sessions. So any student who wanted to have a virtual counseling session pretty much was able to. And then there was a rotation of advisors and people in student engagement who have been reaching out. In fact, coming up this week, there's a campaign to reach out to every undergraduate, online and residential student to see how they're doing for the fall. I'm sure there were needs in the tensions that we didn't meet, but I think we did quite a bit to hopefully reach out to them too. And the same for faculty and staff. I mean, there were several wellness and mindfulness sessions that we had virtually that Deb Grubel, who's now the chief health officer of the university, was putting together, and some other resources that we tapped people into. But we did a survey last week to all faculty and staff, and it's not at all surprising that the most concerning score on anything was my ability to balance my life and my family. I mean, it was just an extraordinarily difficult year. And we had an open-ended comment section after that. And it's what you would expect, that it was very hard for people. I mean, they found some silver linings. So I know we've reached out. I know there were needs in this difficult time that weren't fully met, but I really appreciate that everybody reached out.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. And Lynn, I was going to tell you, if you ever get called on the carpet with your class song again, and this goes for anyone, go over to the alumni website, find your class year, your class page is at the very bottom. So quick cheat for you.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
You're
It was
welcome.
texted to me at 5:15 this morning by
Wait
a
a
member
second.
of your class.
Wait, what should we do? Adrian, what should we do with the class?
Yeah,
song?
you should, if you go to the alumni website,
Okay,
marybaldwin.edu, under our community section, there
Yep.
the class pages. And
okay,
find your class. And then as you go there, you should have some sort of greeting. If you have class secretary, there'll be a message there. But at the very bottom of your page, we've put your class colors and your class songs in there. So not all of the pages are built out, but we are working quickly to get as many of those as we can. So
that's good. All right,
let me know.
I will make that effort. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Thank you. All right, good. Yay.
Great. Well, I just want to close. Any other questions for Dr. Fox before we move on to our fun Jeopardy round? Perfect. Well, again, Dr. Fox, thank you so much for being here with us and bringing that university update. I really, really appreciate your time as always. And I can tell you she has been checking in all day. And so we have felt the support and love from the admin building and in particular from Dr. Fox. So we appreciate you.
Great job, everybody. Thanks to all
Thank
the
you.
champions. Thanks to all of you for being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Fox.
Thank you. All righty, folks, it's the time you have been waiting for. We have heard from so many different alumni that you all are eager and ready to play some fabulous trivia with us. So we are excited to bring to you tonight Squirrel Jeopardy, a game of Mary Baldwin trivia as we get ready to close out this annual Day of Giving, a Day to Lead the Way 2021. And in case you didn't tell, I get very animated when there's competition involved. And so if you ever need someone to come host a game night, give me a call and I would love to do it for you. So we're really excited. This is going to be similar to Jeopardy that you would see on TV with a little bit of a twist. So I am if there is anybody who does not want to play, just let us know and we can open the breakout room for you and you can go hang out in there or just watch, all good. Yes, but I think by show of hands, everybody is good to go and wants to play. Yes, okay, fantastic. Alrighty, so in Jeopardy style, we're gonna prompt you with the answer. And you will need to respond in the form of a question. So in order to do this and not have everyone unmute and talk over one another, we are going to ask you to play by an honor code system. So you're going to remain on mute, but you're still going to answer the question. And if you happen to get the question right, you're going to add the total of the value of that question to your bank balance. If you happened to get the question kind of right, you know what? We're going to give it to you. You've given a lot to us today, so why not take the points? If you happen to get it wrong, you have to deduct the balance from your bank balance in total. If you do not choose to answer, i.e. you don't know the answer to the question, you don't gain any points, but you also don't lose any points. So if you happen to get the question right and you want to help make this more interactive for us, all you have to do is down at the bottom of your screen or at the top of your screen, you'll see a little button that says reactions. You can throw up a hand clap, a thumbs up, a celebration horn with the confetti, whatever you want to do, help us celebrate you all. At the very end of the game, we will figure out who our top 3, 4, or 5, depending on what your scores are, winners are, and then you will receive a very special Mary Baldwin swag package from us following the event, i.e. probably next week, because we're all going to be tired going to midnight tonight. All right, so before we get started, are there any questions before we play?
Since I was not a Mary Baldwin student and did not sign the honor pledge, may I cheat?
May you cheat? I'm gonna say no because
No,
you're
you cannot
officially on
cheat.
Mary Baldwin
Rats.
soil.
Okay, all right.
You cannot cheat, but you can feed me some answers. No, just kidding. Kidding.
All right, so I would like to welcome Ann Holland to join me. You all know Ann. She is a fabulous member of our team of Office of Alumni Engagement, and she and I are going to tag team tonight as we get ready to play some Jeopardy. So I am going to start us off. We'll go left to right in our categories here. The categories tonight are history, buildings and landmarks, student experience and traditions, programs, academics, fun facts, and alumni. We'll open up by reading you the answer, and we'll give you 5 seconds to share your question, and then Ann will tell you what the correct question should be. If that's not confusing, you don't watch Jeopardy. All right, are we ready? Let's get going. History for 200. The answer is the year 1842 represents this key milestone in our history.
What is the year Mary Baldwin was founded?
All right, if you got it right, you can react, throw your hands up, woo, whatever you want to do. Fantastic. Buildings and landmarks for 200. This structure lives in the heart of campus atop the dining hall and contains a pineapple on it.
Ew, what is that? Oh.
What is the cupola?
Student experience and traditions for 200. Apple Day, the longest standing tradition, was first celebrated in this year.
What is 1940?
Programs and academics for 200. The answer, in 1977, this program gave birth to what we now call MBU Online.
What is the adult degree program, or ADP?
Go Chuck. Fun facts for 200. Black, gray, and yellow.
Are Mary Baldwin colors?
You're correct. What are the current school colors?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't do it. With a
That's
question.
okay. You were
Okay.
close.
That's all right. Make sure to mute.
I don't know. I'm like trying to figure this out. Okay, go ahead.
Awesome. Alumni for 200. The answer, the number of Mary Baldwin alumni.
OMG.
You can round up or down.
14,000.
That is 19,000.
All right, fantastic. So before we move on to our next round, I just want to pause. Do you all need a few extra seconds while you're...
No, wait, what was the answer? Sorry, to the...
Oh, the answer, go ahead, Ann.
Yeah, the answer is what is 19,000?
Okay, so you were correct. Okay, thank you. I said 14,000. I was wrong. All right. Okay, oops.
No worries. All right,
Okay.
take a moment. Let us know. Are we moving at a good pace, or do you all need just a few more seconds to answer questions? Good. All right, here
Good.
we go. Next category, history for 400. The answer, this individual served as founder and principal.
Who is Rufus W. Bailey?
Next category, buildings and landmarks for 400. This window bears a flame and can be found in this researcher's paradise.
What is the stained glass window in Grafton Library?
Student and experience and traditions for 400. The answer, Mary Baldwin is a member of this athletics conference. Here's a hint, Dr. Fox mentioned it in her speech.
What is the USA South?
I'm not getting any of this, Mom.
Programs and academics for 400. The first graduate program at Mary Baldwin came out of this academic college.
God.
What is the College of Education?
Fun facts for 400. This International Music Institute welcomes youth from around the world every summer to Mary Baldwin and Stanton.
What is the Heifetz?
You got it. What is the Heifetz Institute?
Okay.
All right, alumni for 400. While Virginia has the largest number of alumni, this state comes in second with approximately 1,200 alumni within its borders.
What is North Carolina?
History for 600. The date, October 4th, 1829.
The day Mary Baldwin became.
What is Mary Julia Baldwin's birthday?
Building and landmarks for 600. The answer, this building was formerly known as the Mess Hall when it was a part of the Stanton Military Academy.
What is
the Student Activity Center, also known as SAC?
Student experience and traditions for 600. The original name for this event, where third-year undergrads received their class rings.
What is Junior Dad's Day?
Correct. Or just junior dads?
Oh, I'm so sorry. All right, programs and academics for 600.
Keep eating, Mom. Keep eating.
A first-year VWEL cadet is called a...
What is a null?
Fun facts for 600. A noun describing an intellectual or literary woman is also the name of the annual/yearbook.
What is, oh my gosh, what is, I'm sorry.
What is the blue stocking?
Blue stocking. There you go. Thank you, Anne. Blue
You're very
stocking, Mom,
welcome.
those yearbooks we have in our library.
Awesome. And just a friendly reminder, you all can stay on mute and answer the questions in your room and we will give them to you. So feel free to do that, but commentary is also welcome. It's a fun, friendly game. All right. Alumni for 600. The answer, the 125th anniversary of the Alumni Association was celebrated in this year.
Mm. Wow.
What is 2018?
Mm.
All right, are you all ready? We're about to move into the home stretch. Oh, get ready for 800 and 1,000 level points. The questions get harder. Here we go. History for 800. The answer, in 2014, Mary Baldwin began enrolling its first doctoral students through this academic college.
What is Murphy-Deming College for Health Sciences?
Correct.
Great job, Maria. You are killing it tonight.
Stop it.
Buildings and landmarks for 800. This residence hall, formerly known as the Brick House, was once home to Mary Julia Baldwin and Agnes McClung.
What is Bailey?
Actually, what is McClung Residence Hall? Yeah.
What is it?
McClung, go McClung.
Well, it seems like it would be, but I thought it was a trick question. Okay.
No, no.
I know. So much fun. Oh, I love this. Sorry. Student experience and traditions for 800. Here we go. What? Oh, sorry. The answer, students sign the honor pledge during this ceremony.
What is the ceremony? It's when you arrive on campus. It's called the, oh my gosh, the Honor ceremony? No,
We'll
it's not.
turn it over to Ann for the
I'll give
answer.
you the answer. What is Charter Day?
Charter Day. There you go.
Awesome. Programs and academics for 800. These flags representing blank are hung proudly in the Spencer Center.
I don't know that. I don't know the answer to that.
What are the home countries of students and/or faculty?
And if you happen to say international flags, that's sort of a, we'll give it to you. Fun facts for 800. The answer, this class year has the record highest number of graduates to date. Note, pay attention to the answer, not what you think the answer is.
I would say 1982, my class.
It's actually, what is 2005? This class has 565 alumni.
Okay.
I think they're soon to be outdone since we keep breaking enrollment goals.
Mm-hmm.
All right, alumni for 800. The answer, this alumna is responsible for creating Mother's Day in the United States.
Mm. Mm.
Who is Anna Jarvis?
Okay.
All right, we're ready for our final round. Here we go. History for 1,000. The answer, in 1980, the Doshisha Women's College Exchange Program was set up with this country.
What Japan? It's actually in Kyoto, Japan.
Go Amy Isola. Buildings and landmarks for 1,000. A compass can be found on this outdoor space, which was a gift from the class of 2016.
What is the president's lawn? House lawn?
It's actually, what is the Cynthia Haldenby Tyson Terrace, which is actually outside of the University Cafe.
Mm.
All right.
Okay.
You said coffee, cafe, president, terrace, lawn, any of those things, we'll give it to you. All right, student experience and traditions for 1,000. The answer, occurring during commencement weekend, this recent tradition allows grads to sound the gong with celebration.
I don't know.
What is the ringing of the bell? And the bell is on the lawn of the administration building.
Programs and academics for 1,000. The answer, the age of 17 is the oldest you can be to enroll in this unique program.
What is the PEG program? Program for the exceptionally gifted.
Correct. Also known as PEG.
Mhm.
Great. 2 categories left. Here we go, home stretch. Fun facts for 1,000. This US president spoke on the front porch of the admin building in 1960.
Oh, wait, he was probably dead. No, sorry. Oh. 1960.
Was Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Good.
And our final Jeopardy question for the night, let's just go ahead and make this a double Jeopardy. If you get it correct, you can take home the 1,000, but think of what you would like to wager, and then we will give that to you in addition. So if you need a moment to tally up your answers, we're gonna let you do that now so you can see how much you have to determine how much you want to wager on this final Jeopardy question. So take just a few seconds.
Eat that.
All right, folks look like they're getting ready to wrap up, but I'm seeing hard Mary Baldwin alumni brains at work here, so I'm going to give you a moment. Chuck, swag, he's trying to take home the swag bag, folks. You better wager appropriately. Haven't already done so, go ahead and choose how much you want to wager for this final Jeopardy question. And again, if you get this question right, you can take home the 1,000 plus whatever you wagered. If you get it wrong, just deduct what you wagered, okay? Here we go.
Okay.
Final question for 1,000 points plus. In the category of alumni, the answer. Named after these twin beloved guardians, alumni were able to fundraise and swap recipes with this cookbook.
Who would be Ham and Jam? But I didn't wager anything because I don't know how much I have. So whatever I have, you can just wager it all. But it's Ham and Jam cookbook, and I have it right here, and I can go find it and hand it, show you all. Sorry.
All
Am
right.
I right?
Anne, you want to confirm what the answer is?
Yes, yes, I would love to. What is From Ham to Jam?
Okay.
From
There you go.
Ham to Jam. Awesome. Well, we thank you all so very much for playing Jeopardy with us tonight. So before we hop off, I'm going to stop sharing and we can let you all tally what you have after that final round. And then if you all will unmute and let us know what your final totals were, we'll figure out who is walking home with some awesome Mary Baldwin swag. And remember, Chuck thinks he got 99% right. So be sure to add them up and maybe buffer a little bit.
I'm the man to beat. I'm the one to beat.
Well, I don't know what I got right. I just want to say hi, Bev. How are you, Bev? Look, good to see you. Love you. Miss seeing you. Miss
Bev, you're on mute. Hold on.
Bev, you're on mute.
Hey,
Chuck, why don't you tell
can
us
you
what
hear
you
me
got?
now?
Yeah, I can
Can
hear
you
you.
hear me?
Ian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed seeing you. Yeah,
I
it's good
love
to
you.
see you.
Good to
Hello.
see you. All right.
So Chuck, since you're bragging, why don't you tell us what you got?
Well, I am, you know me, I'm full of a lot of stuff, full of a
What
lot of
did you
ham and
get?
jam. I missed 10.
I don't know what I got. I really don't
But
know.
you have to add up the dollar amount. Don't you play Jeopardy?
No, I don't play by the rules.
Oh, well then you disqualified.
Okay, good enough. I'm out.
Well,
Bye.
I'm sorry, but I didn't know I was supposed to be keeping tally on myself. I didn't. The honor. That's what you said. I didn't. All right.
Yeah, you and I lose. We're out.
No
Yeah,
worries.
all right.
I got 8,800.
That's okay. That's fine.
All right.
Okay, I'm competitive. I got 10,600.
Oh, wow.
10,600
Swag
from
man.
Amy.
I went big on Final Jeopardy. I thought you'd ask a question like, who's your favorite alum or something like that. And I got the cookbook right.
Yeah.
Thanks to Ann Holland and Tracy Cody Allen, I got the cookbook right.
Nice.
I got 0 points. It made me realize how much I don't know about school.
Gee.
That my
Oh,
brain does not
no.
remember anything at all. But I wagered
not-
everything on the double Jeopardy, so I just lost it all.
No.
It's all right, love.
Have
You're
fun.
Oh,
still part of the family.
Of course, Angie. Come on. I didn't even tally it up. I didn't think about it. Oh, well.
All right, let's see. Kathy's
I
Kathy
got
Smallwood.
10,000 even,
All
so
right. So you might, 10,000.
Yeah, but I think I'm in second place until other people announce.
See,
them.
I think that I didn't hear, Megan, maybe I wasn't really paying, I was listening, but didn't hear. But I thought that Anne was gonna call out and say, yes, Maria, you got it right, and then that was a thing.
Oh,
No,
oh,
We're
no.
supposed to be
record
muted.
my own rightness, and I didn't record it,
If you-
darn it. Okay, it's okay.
It's all right, Maria. You have
It's okay.
so much fun and levity to this
It's
game.
okay.
So no worries. We're gonna send you something just for being
Darn
the
it, darn it,
person
no,
on the
it's
call.
okay. No, we're good.
I
We're
love
good.
it.
That was fun, though. That was fun.
All right.
Good
So Liz-
questions. Good
Liz Shoup,
questions.
birthday girl, what you got?
Well, every time I thought I had something, I'd hear Maria say something different. So I'm not sure what I have. I think it was close to, 800. So not as much as I would like to have had, but I heard Maria's answers. So we should have been able to check hers and see how she did.
All right,
No, how she did.
good stuff. Let's see here. Claire,
Did you win anything?
I had 8,800. I didn't bet enough on Final Jeopardy.
I get you every time, doesn't it? Mm.
Yes, but it was great fun.
It was fun. Great questions.
I'm signing off so I can go send some more Facebook posts, Megan.
Sounds good. We'll let you know if you're getting something in the mail, okay?
Okay, y'all take care.
Thank you,
Awesome.
Claire. It was nice seeing you, Claire. Thank
Good
you.
to
Claire.
see you all.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Really, thank
Bye.
you.
Bye,
Yeah,
thank you.
I'm gonna do some more of those too tonight. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Lynn, how much do you have?
Had 2,000 but I tell you, I did get McClung right because that was my dorm.
Great job.
I thought that was a trick question. I did.
Awesome. Oh, Lee, before you go, what was your total?
She sent in the chat, I think it was 12,000.
What?
It was, yes.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Lee Frame.
Mhm.
All right.
Good.
Let's see here. Miss Candy Gessner. Oh, unmute.
I had 5,200.
Good for you, Candy.
I
That's
don't really play Jeopardy, but I know how to add because I was a math major.
great.
You at least got that right.
Yeah.
Well, wonderful. All right. So for everyone who played, did I get everybody's totals? All right. So and it looks like the other folks on the call are here with the university advancement staff, and we have swag all the time. So we're playing for sport, not for prizes. So looks like our top 3 winners are Lee Frame with 12,000.
Wow.
Amy Isola with 10,600. And then we have Kathy Smallwood with 10,000. So congratulations, ladies. We will be sending you something special for you.
Kathy,
Mary Baldwin
congratulations.
Trivia Knowledge.
Thank you, Maria.
Yes, you're so good.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was good.
Fantastic. Well, I'm going to officially stop recording, and we are going to turn this party into some fun socials. So to stick around and hang out or jump off if you got more work to do.
So just as a quick update before we get off,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
just
did
kidding.
it's okay. I just did a little refresh and we're up to 325 donors. So we need 75 more by midnight. So we're happy to talk to you lovely people, or we can go see if we can find 74 more donors.
Chuck, all right, Chuck, wait,
Yeah.
because I'm gonna get off and start texting more people. We're at